Assuming the posture that we talked about yesterday, and letting the sounds of the temple bells straight into the heart. Head, neck and back. We can check up whether they are in a single straight line. Sukham, sthiram, asanam. Eyes softly closed. When I can sense it, I can be one with the palpable stillness. If I ask the question, is this stillness outside? Then the answer would be, not really, because outside, quote unquote, of this body-mind complex, there are a lot of noises. People talking, wind blowing, river flowing. Then we have to ask the question, is this stillness, quote unquote, inside, within, as the popular books on meditation say? Here too, we have to say, not really, because the mind is a thought machine. Thoughts come one after another, tumbling down, eager, as though they are in a hurry to express themselves. Yet there is a longing for this stillness. One's own Swarupa, nature. It is not a stillness that is opposed to silence, opposed to sound. It is me. My nature, Shuddham, Shantam, Brahma. Accessing this nature is not difficult. It is myself alone. However, we go through some preparatory steps to make this accessing and being easy. First I connect with the breathing, not as a chore, not as something that happens involuntarily, but I really make the effort to breathe consciously. A conscious act is an act that is filled with love. Whenever there is awareness, there is love. The truth of this awareness is love alone. Consciously, I breathe. Nothing else to do at this time. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose, nowhere to go. And as this breathing is happening consciously, I watch the breath. No judgment in the inhalation, no judgment in the exhalation. Let every breath affirm the self-love. For this self that we look at in Vedanta is already lovable, approvable. With every breath, I visualize the body-mind complex being nourished, the cells getting oxygenated, and with every out-breath, I let go of the toxins, physical, mental, emotional, a natural process. Long, deep, silent breaths. And the next step that is discussed in chapters 5 and 6 of the Bhagavad Gita is an important one. Sparshan bahyan bahihi krutva. Keeping the outside world outside is an important injunction in the meditation. Lord Krishna teaches us to do that. There might be a problem, however, because how does one keep what is outside outside? Makes no sense. We can help ourselves to illustrate this through some visualizations. I visualize a range of mountains, like water outside the ashram gates. In relation to these mountains, I find that I am objective, because I do not have an agenda for the mountains. I don't want them to be taller, shorter, or of a different shape. That is why the mountains invoke in me an appreciative, non-demanding, accommodative, non-judgmental, non-critical person. This is the manifestation of the stillness, my Swarupa. When my nature is in repose, not interacting with anybody, with anything, we can call it stillness. When I am the Sakshi, observer, doer, seer, hearer, thinker, then we can call it, this stillness has a dynamic name of an appreciative, non-judgmental, non-demanding, accommodative being. Next, I visualize the river, Ganga. Again, the heart smiles because I have no agenda for the river. This is how river is. I don't want it to be bigger, smaller, or flowing in the opposite direction. I am objective. My subjectivity is not in play. Next, I wonder, can I retain this same objectivity when it comes to people? Perhaps people in general. What about people close to me? Just like I visualize the mountains, now I visualize the mother. This is how she was or she is in my perception. The words in my perception are very important. I can be right, but I don't have the pressure of being right. It's okay to be wrong also. This is how Mother was, mother is. Immediately I see a difference between watching or visualizing the mother and visualizing the mountain. Mountain outside. Mountain, zero agenda. What about mother? Outside, yes. However she was, she is. But also inside. I carry the mother inside in the form of expectations, anxieties, agenda. Now, this is what Lord Krishna means to keep the external world external. How do I do that with regard to the mother, who is not only outside as an objective fact, but has crawled under the skin? I take the time now to grant the mother the freedom to be whoever she was, whoever she is in my perception. Let the bigness of the heart pervade here. This is not an exercise that helps the mother as much as it helps me to offload that which does not belong. Retaining the love and the care for the mother, I let go of the expectations that she should be different. She should have been different. Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om. Father, same thing. I visualize the Father and acknowledge this is how He was, He is in my perception. Retaining the love and the care for the Father, I let go of the expectations that He will be different. How to let go? I grant Him the freedom to be whoever He was, however He was, whoever He is, however He is. I let go, I grow. I grow out of the need to have parental approval, attention, validation. Simple exercise of keeping the external world outside. When I grow out of the need for parental approval, validation, acceptance, then I do not look for substitute mothers and fathers in my interaction with the world. I am with my Swarupa, a stillness that manifests as an appreciative, non-demanding, accommodative, non-complaining person, non-judgmental also. Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om Namaha, Om. Again, I let the temple bells enter the heart. The soft sound of the conch shell. Inviting me to inhabit this stillness. What about this body? External or internal? I visualize this body. This is how it is. And I am quickly aware that there are many things I cannot change about this body. Height, general weight, color of skin cannot change. Predilection to certain health conditions, frequent colds, whatever. I cannot seem to change, at least immediately. I give the body the freedom to be whatever it is. I let it hang out. Let the belly hang out. This is how a body is. I grant it the freedom just to be. In so doing, I am free of the pressure that the body has to become different. I do not have the pressure of wanting to look young, because I, the self, Atma, is ever young, never born, never subject to death. Let the body sag like an old bag. Let the wrinkles come. I am an objective, non-demanding, accommodative, non-judgmental person who is in acceptance of this body, at least right now. Om Namaha, 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 Om. I rest in the stillness of my being. Nothing to fix, nothing is broken. Stillness cannot come without acceptance. What about the mind? Can I have the same objectivity? Let the thoughts arise. Let them drop. Even judgment is a thought. Self-judgment is a thought. Sorrow is a thought. Non-acceptance is a thought. Fear is a thought. And if any of these conditions are long-standing, they are a series of thoughts strung together, like pearls on a string. Sutre Maniganaha Iva, says the 7th chapter. In a string of pearls, what is visible are the beads. We can count 1, 2, 3. The string is invisible, invariable. I, aham. Beads are like the thoughts. Some beads are very beautiful, shining. Some beads are dull, grey, colorless, peeling, not very appealing. I am not the beads. I am the string without which there is no necklace, no chain. I am the invariable presence in all thoughts. It is easy to see that. It is easy also to miss the string. If I miss the string, I take the bead to be the necklace. The bead is just an ornamentation. The string, in relation to the beads, are the reality of the necklace. I am the string. Not only of my own thoughts, feelings, emotions, but of every name and form in the universe. Everything in the Jagat, in the universe, is a bead. Every name, every form, every person, every thought, my thought, their thought. The beads dance, roll over, rotate on the string. The string is stillness itself. The string has no pressure to be validated. It rests in its own glory. Sve mahimni tishtami. I too rest in my own glory. This is the best rest, even better than sleep. I am permanently restful, rested, not arrested by identifying with everything finite, like the beads. I am the invariable presence in everything. I simply am. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Just being. Still, still I am. I still am. I am still. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.